Are you ready?
Hello and welcome to another episode of Across the Line, your one-stop shop for all things Leinster. We have exclusive content from all areas of Leinster rugby in this month's show. We catch up with the Leinster Academy lads as they swap their jerseys for aprons in the 105 Cafe. We also have a look at the Leinster Girls' School 7's Blitz in Donnybrook. We take a look back over Jimmy Gopperth's time in Leinster as he prepares to say farewell at the end of the season. All this along with our usual highlights, league tables and previews here on Across the Line. Up first on this month's show, in a joint Leinster-Irupa initiative, things get heated in the kitchen as the Academy lads take to the chopping boards and we find out who ranks as Leinster's star chef.
Cooking it's a life skill. It's something that's hugely valuable, not just to the players in achieving their performance goals, but also from a health perspective. And this is something that they can bring into their homes, whether it be at home or if they're living with friends or whatever. And this is something that they can share. It can become more of a social event or activity that they're doing. They can really enjoy the process. So I think if the actual process of making foods taste healthy and preparing their meals in the evening, if that's a chore, then it's going to be an awful lot more difficult for them to actually achieve their performance goals. There's huge demands on them now in training, and they're in college as well, so time is short and they need to know how to be able to prepare meals that can last 2 or 3 days. Tonight the guys are making things like chili con carnes, they're making curries, they're making homemade burgers, they're making a bolognese. All of these are pretty easy to make. They're all really nutritious. The guys are being taught that it isn't just about meeting your needs for protein and carbohydrate. It's also important to meet your needs for micronutrients and understanding how to cook with herbs and spices. If they know how to do that now, they're only going to get better at it, and they're full of vitamins, minerals and antioxidants that are great for managing inflammation and supporting recovery after intense exercise.
I wouldn't cook too often. I live at home still, so my folks would still do most of the cooking at this stage, but I'm hoping to pick up 1 or 2 things now today.
What would be your go-to meal? You're cooking at home. What's been made in the Marsh household?
I guess just a lot of meat and vegetables and stuff in the evening, sort of not too many carbs.
Ed, who's the best cook?
That is a tough one. I have to say Keane Keller is very good.
What's his signature dish, would you say?
He does a nice curry now, in fairness to him. I think it's green Thai. Varied up a fair bit, a lot of chicken, steak, sweet potatoes, different veggies, different stir fries I suppose with veg, and then maybe like a curry once a week or so with brown rice. Brian's he's very good at curry as well.
Next up on Across the Line, the popularity of rugby amongst Irish girls has increased dramatically in recent times, and this can be seen at all levels. Over 200 girls descended on Donnybrook to take part in the Leinster School 7's Blitz, and we were there to find out more.
Yeah, it's fabulous. This is the culmination of this season, really. So starting in October, we had full contact blitzes going on, just friendly games. The first one we had in October, we had 4 schools, 4 or 5 teams out. This one now, as you said, 15 invited out to this one, and that was from 30 odd who wanted to participate. So this is our first competitive schools competition of the year, and hopefully going to be a great day. Last year we tried to run this kind of competition and we only managed to do tag. There wasn't the engagement in the contact. So one of the schools that's playing here today actually won the tag competition last year and have now progressed onto the contact. So everybody seems to be a little bit less afraid of the contact situation, and yeah, teachers, parents, everybody just seems to be getting behind it. And we have Nora Stapleton, and she's been out at all the events. She works for the IRFU, but she's been out at all the events with 4 of the Irish women. They're fantastic. They come out to everything. The girls are thrilled to meet them. They're bringing the trophy out, and yeah, we had a minis festival the other week and Nora came out to that. So right from 8 years old, the Irish women are out meeting the players on the ground. So it means so much to them, really does.
18 months ago now, a friend of mine asked me to come down and play for Old Belvedere, so I came down when the GAA season was over and gave it a go and caught the rugby bug, and I'm here now. Oh, you know, it's fantastic to see the sport grow. You know, every year we're getting more and more girls playing, and the more success that the women's game has is attracting more and more girls, and it's getting more media involved. And just to see younger girls playing year in, year out is fantastic, you know, and it's really great for the grassroots and the development of the game.
Next up, it's that time of the year again when some players say their goodbyes. One such player leaving the blue jersey behind is Jimmy Gopperth, who departs for Wasps at the end of the season. We take a look back over his time with Leinster.
Now 3-on-1, surely Devon Toner straightens the line and gives back inside to Gopperth. Is he going to crown his debut with a try? Yes, he is. But it's Gopperth now with a bit of space. Gopperth through. Beautiful break by the fly half. Looking for support. Still going, Jimmy Gopperth. Gopperth to add the extra 2 points.
When I got the opportunity to come here, I knew it was going to be a good experience with you know, Leinster being such a big club and such a world, you know, sort of known club, and you know, it lived up to the expectation. There's a lot of expectation when you come here, through fans, through media, through players themselves, to be as best as you can be, and yeah, I've thoroughly enjoyed it. You know, to you know, come through and win the Pro 12 the way we did, and it was just such a great feeling, and to play with some legends of the game through that year, and it was just, yeah, it was phenomenal, and a great day, packed out RDS. There's nothing better. The first few weeks it was just about 10 of us in, so it was Lions year, so most of the Irish boys were away with the Lions, and there was tours going on, so it was quite a good way to sort of integrate within the team. I sort of got to know a few people first, and then slowly but surely everyone came back in. But it was great, you know. It's when you go into a different team, it's like you got 30 mates already, and you know, they made it pretty easy to fit in, and you know, with the coaching staff as well, it was just it was a pleasure to be amongst. You know, Wasps are coming good, and they're really a team on the up, and it's going to be good to be a part of, you know, hopefully something great in the near future, and hopefully we get to come back to the RDS and play against Leinster. That's the beauty about our game, isn't it? We get the opportunities to taste different environments, and it's a new challenge for me. You know, that's one thing I'll probably miss, is the fans here. Support is absolutely fantastic. They're definitely the true heart of the club, and you know, they support you thick or thin, win or lose. So you know, that's sort of gets us up for games. You know, they support us in the hard moments. You know, last year in the final was absolutely phenomenal, the support here in the RDS. It was yeah, really good, and you know, even this year, you know, we haven't had the greatest seasons in the Pro 12, but I wouldn't change that for anything, because you know, playing Toulon in the semi-final, it was an amazing atmosphere, and it was just such a pleasure, and it was so uplifting to see so many blue flags and so many Leinster supporters over there in Marseille. And it was just, you know, it really gave us an extra boost when, you know, 100 minutes are up on the clock and you're blowing. You just need the extra support, and it was absolutely brilliant. And you know, that's one thing I'll probably miss, is the fans here. Support is absolutely fantastic.
One word to describe Jimmy Gopperth is SpongeBob.
Jimmy is hardworking.
Jimmy is 9% body fat.
Chilled. Dreamy. Gorgeous. Tribe Originals. Laid back.
Jimmy Gopperth is incredibly consistent in everything he does.
For more great Leinster TV content, subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also be sure to follow us on Twitter and like us on Facebook. Last month saw Jamie Heaslip hit his 200 cap for Leinster. The RDS said goodbye to Leinster legends Shane Jennings and Gordon Darcy. It was confirmed that Issa Nathewa will return next season. And there are just a few days to go until the season ticket early bird window ends on the 24th of May. Visit leinsterseasontickets.ie for more information. With Leinster's European Champions Cup campaign coming to an end in the semi-final with Toulon, all eyes turn towards the Pro 12 for a big finish to the season. Leinster played their last home game of the season against Benetton Treviso, with captain Jamie Heaslip touching down and Jimmy Gopperth knocking over 2 kicks in a 10-0 win. With the playoffs out of reach, Leinster sit 5th in the table on 57 points, with Ospreys level on points with Glasgow and Munster. Leinster's season will come to a close with a final Pro 12 fixture away to Edinburgh this Saturday, with a kick-off at 3 p.m. in Murrayfield. That's all we have time for this month, folks. For more in-depth features, news and tickets, be sure to check out leinsterrugby.ie. Don't forget to follow us on Twitter, like us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thanks as always for watching. See you next time on Across the Line.